start the game. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the ground with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Tosses it back. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that will give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged on the outside, it's Coleman. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. They'll try to pick up the first. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Here's the handoff. Across the 25, he's got room. And the ball squirted out. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Fires left.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Touchdown! The quarterback sneak. He gets it across the goal line.
Yeah, and they got stuffed on first and goal, and they said, let's go to Old Faithful. Like, let's get the quarterback under center, run quarterback sneak, make this deep.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Third and goal, where the strong come through. He'll sneak it. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It's finished off with the quarterback sneak. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the...
Just plowing ahead. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Quick completion on the out. No chance to run, but still a good game. Auburn lines up quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Caught, close to the marker, it's Simmons. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
The give. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Right back to the well. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 7, Auburn 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to chip up and get him on that one. But I'll tell you, a hit like that makes you think twice about wanting to run the football between the tackles for the rest of this game, because that dude has got some bad intentions.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't...
He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
A third and long coming up here. Right back to him on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The Hurricanes will punt it away on fourth down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets a block. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to...
He's going to fire deep. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Auburn! A little trickeration is always in order, especially when you execute like that.
You ain't lying. Now, I'll tell you what, you always put these in practice. You always practice them. But you got to have that feel and that timing of when to call it. Perfect timing, rewarded with the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point. But this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you can really get dangerous in this ball game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of it.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Looking left. A strike downfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moving out of the pocket. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Starting to feel a little pressure.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Don't quit now, chump.
And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Thorne. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On the move. Fighting off the defender. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to fire to the left. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off.
You can quit when you want to, chump.
Taking it the other way.
Sorry ass nigga.
Finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the third quarter, and this defense will start the fourth on its heels. First down to start the drive after the break. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Back to pass, it's Thorne. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
On third down, going up top. Right on target this time. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They'll go back to the ground. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. To the air, it's Ward. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception for this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you throw it to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Moves away as he feels pressure. On the run, fires downfield.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll let it go down the right side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Thorne. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Miami! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
4th down coming up.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Try to get it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the 1st. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zero.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Running it to the right. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to the quarterback. Looking deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And talking to the offensive coordinator before the game, he said, Jesse, I'm going to be aggressive, and they were aggressive right there. Flea flicker, trying to make the big play down the field, trying to create some momentum for this offense.
Well, the problem is sometimes with flea flickers is that if the primary target's not open, then there's nowhere to go with the football, and I think that's what happened on that one.
A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One